Hello there, and so yes, this is going to be episode 15, which is great. It's a very nice and two-digit number. It's even 10 plus 5. And so yes, in this one, we are going to be upgrading my power system by a lot, because this one over here, it's pretty good. It gives us over 100 units of power a second, but there's two problems with it. It's not laid out the best. Wait, nope. That's the only problem with it. But the thing is, I did want to do something, sort of clever here, right? Because here's the thing. The goal of this series, as I've said a few times now, is to build Nanocarbon Alloy Factory 2.0. And so, if we want to build NCAF 2.0, we are going to need it to have 132 units of power a second to run at full speed all the time, and that's what we want. So I figured what I could do is just upgrade my base's power supply, right? And make it to where it takes up less space, but also puts out way more power, so that I can actually just use my main base's power supply for NCAF 2.0 and just run some extenders to it. And so that's what we're going to be building today. We're going to be building a system of medium generators that is pretty dang easy to put together, really not that expensive. This video is going to be kind of easy because of that, but it's a very efficient system, and it's going to put off 324 units of power a second, which is going to be way enough for this base at NCAF 2.0. And so that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be a simple video, like I said, but it's still a necessary one because, like I said, we're going to have to handle the power problem of NCAF 2.0 before we even build it, because we don't want to build it and then have to solve the power problem. That's a stupid order of events. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go over the resources we are going to need, which I can't remember, so I'm going to Alt-Tab and pull up my thing here to read them off to you. We need 4 volatile Attactus seeds, so we're going to go get that. You're going to understand what that is if you don't know. It's basically a hostile plant on Aatrox, which puts off way more organic with the tapper than any other plant in the game. And, I didn't really know until recently because somebody told me in the comments section that that was a thing you could do. I thought the honeypot was the best, so this being the best is a game changer because it allows us to put all this stuff in a very small space, as opposed to if we were using the home planet's trees and stuff. But in addition to that, we need 48 Astronium, 5 resin, 2 graphite, 2 iron, 9 steel. Sorry for the pause there. I couldn't say 9 for a second. Anyways, we're going to move on. 36 tungsten, 42 aluminum. And so that seems like a lot of stuff, kind of, but really it's not when you take into consideration that what we're getting here is 324 units of power a second. That is a whole lot of power to be getting. So personally, I think I can live with the expense because it's really not that big taking that into consideration. So the first thing I want to handle, obviously, is just getting the actual plant we're going to need, right? We need to have some volatile cactus action in this life, and so we're going to get us a volatile cactus, but not very much fuel in the shuttle. Doesn't matter. It's enough to get us there and back, so we're going to go to Aatrox. And we're going to go to the research base, the automatic research forever base, that one, that we haven't been to in a very long time, actually. And I'm pretty sure I planted one there and then left it, because I did a very, very stupid thing. You see, what I did was, well, I didn't leave it planted. I thought I did. I hoped I did. I did not. Wait, no, this isn't even the right base. It's because I did it at the other base, but I don't have enough fuel to be fooling around, so I'm going to find a new one. Boom. All right, so gotta get these seeds right here. We're going to need 4, but I'm just going to get 2 and then plant it until I get more. And so actually, but there's another one right here, so maybe I won't, because there's another one right here. And so, yeah, never mind. I got 4 already. I'm just different. Oh, yeah, what I was saying was, I put the tapper on this because I was testing what I was told, that you could put a tapper on that and get way more organic. And when I put the tapper on it, it didn't work, and I thought that that's because I was lied to, but actually the real truth was that my tapper was off, and I forgot to turn it back on, so that's a stupid way to go down. But I've since been re-educated, and so yes, you can use that, and it's very, very good for getting organic, and it's a shame that I didn't cover that in my video, covering the tapper, since that's what that video was for. And so, we're going to stop at my other base, because I do need to get the Astronium, so we're going to knock that out as well, and the rest will be done at the new base, because all we need is scrap and the trade platform to get the rest of the materials. So it's just going to be me putting a bunch of scrap in the trade platform to get those materials. And Astronium, yeah, I'll just leave it here for now. I need to find a way to get some at my main base, because coming over here for Astronium is really annoying since I need it so often. Okay, so we got more than enough Astronium in here. We got 64. We only needed 48 if you recall, but having extra is always a really good time. And so we need all of this Astronium just for the sake of getting smelting furnaces. That's what they're all for. So, we're going to drop 48 of those on smelting furnaces, which will give us 6 smelting furnaces, which is good because, we need a bunch of these in a small area because of all the organic we're going to be getting, because we want to turn all that organic into carbon for the medium generators. And so that's why we need all these portable smelters, because if we did it with normal ones, this would take up way more space. And so we don't want that, because that actually negates the entire point of what we're doing here today. And so I'm going to go on ahead and get all of those off-camera styled right now. But while I'm sort of passively doing this and getting those smelting furnaces, I'm just going to start tearing this apart. And so I guess what I'm realizing now is I can reuse a lot of the stuff from this system for these portable smelting furnaces, meaning I'll actually only need 2, so I can just keep the rest of my Astroneer. Quite nice. And all these medium generators, I can reuse them, because we needed 42 aluminum, and where's the other thing? 36 tungsten. All 36 of those tungsten are for the medium generators, and 36 of those aluminum are for the medium generators. And so, if I already have however many this is, I think it's 18, then I can just take 18 off of both those numbers. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do. And honestly, I don't really know exactly how I'm going to go about this, because like I said, I'm going to reuse that stuff over there, but I can't just tear that apart, because I might need power until then, you know. Or it's not that I might need power until then. It's that I will need power until then, because I gotta do stuff over there, smelting and all that. But, not gonna be a big deal, actually. I'll just wait till the last second. It's not gonna be a problem. And so, I'm just gonna go down the list here, right? So right now, I'm gonna get, 5 resin, 2 graphite, 2 iron, and that's going to be pretty easy, those items. So I'll just go ahead and do that off camera real quick. And so we got all this now. So that means the next thing we're going to have to get is 9 steel. We're getting into the more annoying stuff now. But that's going to be, nothing compared to when we have to get all that tungsten into aluminum. That's going to be fun. But yeah, for steel, we're just going to need iron, which I have now got. And we're also going to need a bunch of carbon. But I'm just going to steal that from our generators, which, for various reasons that could be considered unwise, I suppose. And yeah, for steel, we're just going to put all that stuff on here, where we can craft it automatically at twice speed by pressing the special blue button and the green button. And the problem is that I forgot that I need a bunch of argon for steel, and I don't have a bunch of argon for steel. Yeah, that's a problem. And so I gotta go to, I gotta leave. Yeah, gotta leave to another planet to work that out. And really, I'm so excited to go get some argon. Okay, I got us some argon, and I mean, I'm a little happier now because of that, I'll be honest. That was one of the sadder things that's happened to me today. I'm sad. But now I'm not sad, because we have it. But next up, I'm going to get the aluminum that we need, and I've already started on that, as you can see. And that's going to be the last one, because after I reuse those generators over there, I'll actually only need 24 aluminum. Big discount for Big Bubba. I'm Big Bubba, if you didn't know. It's beautiful. Just look at it, and look at how it is beautiful that we have all this aluminum. I love having 8 of these instead of just one big one, because now I can get things done, actually, in life. Do you know how long this would have taken at the other base? Huh? This base is beautiful. This base is fast. And now I'm not sad anymore. I was sad in the last cut, but in this cut I'm happy. And so I'm pretty sure... Let me alt-tab. Yeah, this leaves us with just the tungsten. That is all we have left to get. Now I gotta do math, so I'll be back in a couple of hours. We only need... We only need 18 tungsten now, which is, we only have to get half as much, because I already crafted half the generators we need for the current generator system, apparently. Assuming I did my math right, which means probably I didn't do that. Meaning that for me, this video's, pretty much just about over. I gotta get that tungsten crafted, and then, I gotta get that tungsten gotten, and then smelted. Then I gotta get everything crafted for the system, put it together, which probably won't take too long, really. Probably won't take too long, really. It's happening, and it's taking place. Both of those at the same time. And so, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our tungsten, which means, we can get 2 from this one at a time, and 2 from this one at a time, so I can get 4 tungsten at a time. This really won't take too terribly long, because that means it'll only take 9 trips of these. Okay, never mind, that's a little bit annoying, but not that bad. I mean, we have the scrap, so it's just a time game, really. I have so much scrap. I have infinite scrap. I mean, that's one, and then this other one's full. It's got all of it in there, so... Not scared. And honestly, it would not surprise me if there's enough scrap just right here to actually build NCAP 2.0, so we may be doing that soon, but it's hard to say. It just depends on if I feel like it. I lied to you. I said I could get 2 from this one at a time and 2 from this one at a time, but actually I can get 4 from each, because well, that's just like I said, I was bad at math, and so if you didn't believe me, hopefully you do now. But hey, that means it's going to be twice as fast, so really, I'm almost done already. Okay, I also mismathed again, because... I don't know, I'm screwing this up bad. Yeah, I don't know how to do mathematics. I don't know how to spell mathematics. What's going on? And so this is everything right now as soon as those two smelt, but I was too impatient to not start talking to you. And so that's everything now for real. And actually, I'm going to put those back on because I'm going to start with the big dog, right? I got to craft a bunch of medium generators, and that's going to be the main villain of the crafting part of this video here. So going to go ahead and get that out of the way right now by starting on it. So just get a bunch of aluminum tungsten on there, and that will start. And while all of that is happening, we're going to go ahead and start crafting the large platform C that we're going to need for this, because that's what we're going to be using. And so we're going to go ahead and start on that, except you need the things you need. Fun fact about crafting. And then we're going to start on that. And this kind of takes a little while to craft. So that's going to take, yeah, that's what that means. It's just going to take a little while. And so while that's crafting, we are going to unlock the... While that's crafting, we're going to unlock the large storage silo B. Generally, I don't like using these storage silos, as y'all have probably noticed by now, because I just prefer the way other ones look, usually. But, this one is going to hold a lot of medium generators, so I'm willing to look past the fact that I don't exactly prefer it. And then, obviously, we're going to craft that while we are waiting for the other things to craft, because doing everything in parallel, asynchronous form is such a big time saver. So, we may as well save that time by getting everything crafting at once. Okay, so now it's time for us to discuss what the rest of all this stuff is for. There's a bunch of steel back here you can't see because things are being crafted over the top of it, but all the steel is just for the large storage silo Bs. We're doing 3 of those, but the rest of this is for other things. These right here are going to be for 2 auto arms, right? 1 auto arm is technically enough, but it's kind of just barely not enough to do full power all the time, so that's why we have the second one. And then these 4 are for tappers because, you know, we have 4 volatile tactuses. And so we want to have, you know, 4, what did I say? Oh yeah, 4 tappers, 1 for each, because obviously they're useless if you're not getting the organic from them, so that's what that's about. And then that leaves us with the 3 resin. What is the 3 resin for? Well, this right here is going to be for a medium storage, and this is going to be for a medium platform A, and explaining the use of those is kind of going to be futile, so I'll just show you how that's going to play out by when I start setting it up, which is going to be very soon. We only have a couple of things left to craft here, then it's time to begin. But while that's happening, we need to go ahead and start planning on shutting this down. So I can shut all these down right now. It doesn't matter. We don't need that much power for the crafting stations we're using right now. So what we're going to do is disconnect all these generators, because again, I'm going to be reusing those. And then stuff like this, I don't really need. And so, of course, the things that we don't need, we're just going to throw off the edge. What else are sky bases for? Just going to throw this off of the edge. What are sky bases for, if not that? Also, what is that extra large shredder over there for? Obviously not to shred the things I don't want. Oh, but yeah, when I'm fully done crafting, I will finish deconstructing all this, because this is exactly where I'm going to build it, of course. I don't want to take up the middle of my base or anything, but I'm going to leave a little bit because I do have some crafting left. Okay, now we have everything we need for real style, as opposed to for fake style. And so, as promised, we are going to go over here and start deconstructing the rest of this, because, you know, once everything's crafted, we don't need any power anymore, because, you know, we can just set everything up without power, and then we'll have power once we set it up. And so, shut up, all of you. Actually, I'm going to leave those on, because I'll be reusing them. I'm just going to take them off. Just dawned on me that I could have reused these auto arms, too. Yeah, that's what I could have done. That's what I will do. I'll just put the extra ones somewhere else. Yeah, I'm just going to put the extra auto arms we don't need somewhere else, because I don't need them. I'm just going to put them somewhere else. Also could have reused this medium storage, but that's a shame. And really, I don't need these, medium platform A's anymore, so I can just kind of get rid of those. Oh, I could have reused these tappers as well, but I guess that's not going to happen anymore, so I'll just go ahead and throw these off the edge. There's also a bunch of organic here, which we don't really need, because that's what we're going to be making forever. Tree seeds, which I don't really need anymore, so I'm just gonna... Oh, psych, I'm actually going to keep these. I like trees. But yeah, that about does it for us. All we got to do is just do something reasonable with this platform right here that these generators are on, and I should probably get out of the habit of throwing stuff off the edge whenever I don't need it. Alrighty, it's time to start setting this up. And so we're going to start with the most obvious thing, the large platform C. This is kind of the basis for what we're doing here. Oh, it's going to be kind of weird to fit this in here, isn't it? I didn't think this through, because thinking things through, I don't do that. Okay, don't worry. I think this is a nice place for it, right? Correct. No? Correct. Got to get it even, though. That's what you got to do. And so there that is. And so for these storage silos, those are just going to go on it, which... You know, probably you could have guessed that that's where those were going to go. And then, as I've already revealed before, the medium generators just go on these storage silos. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera because it's going to take approximately 3 centuries. Okay, we have all the generators in place now, and that's good because that's actually the main idea of what we're doing here today. So it's good that the main idea of what we're doing here today is actually unfolding in a realistic way, which obviously just leaves us with the production of, oh, that's right, I think I forgot the smelters. Oh wait, no, I didn't forget the smelters. I just forgot that I didn't forget the smelters. That's just complicated. Okay, so here's what we're doing, right? You're putting the medium storage here with all of the stuff that smelts, which is called a smelter. So I should have worded it that way instead, is what I should have done, but it's too late for that. So we're going to have to try to find peace with what we have. Anyways, yes, the portable smelters go on just like this, and then we put an auto arm right here. This auto arm is just going to grab organic, obviously. That's why we have a filter to do so. And, you know, like I said earlier, one can sort of keep up, but if you want to make sure you can get ahead if you fall behind and all that good stuff, you're going to want 2 auto arms. It's just going to be a lot safer with this particular build. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have 2 auto arms, and that's going to be like that, meaning, obviously, the last step here for us is going to be putting the volatile attactuses in their spot, which I forgot and left over here. Boom. I ran out of storage in my backpack. But yeah, obviously just line this up to where, you know, they're going to be in the range of both of these. And so we're just going to do them in a row because rows are nice and neat and look good is what they do. All right, it's planting time. And so I hope this goes well, because if it doesn't go well, that's not good. So that was not a worthwhile sentence, probably. Not that I have to point this out, but the moment of truth is very nearby, right? Because once we place these tappers, the contraption is supposed to be entirely finished, right? So if it doesn't work, I've got some troubleshooting to do. And if it does work, then success is here. And success is good because success is good. I need to shut up is what I need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot believe we did it. I cannot believe we counted to 4. But I think we're good. Yeah, I think we are good. And so, yeah, that's just very easy. It almost feels weird that this is actually going to produce for us 324 units of power a second all the time, and it takes up that little of space. I mean, it takes up less space than our last contraption because I'm so smart that I made it better. And so, yeah, look at that. Barely takes up any space, 324 units of power a second, which means whenever we want to make NCAF 2.0, as I said, power's already solved because we can just run extenders from here to the other base, I think. I don't think power gets too glitchy over a distance if you keep all of the power where it's being generated localized, but we're going to find out, I guess. I think this will work. I think we're good for NCAF 2.0 whenever I want to build it as far as power is concerned, and so I could probably start working towards that very soon, but I don't know what I'm going to do before then, and so the thing about that is goodbye, yeah.